Hello everyone, welcome to my video. I'm on the beautiful Seaburn beach. It's 4:30 AM and you might be thinking, Alan, what are you doing on Seaburn beach at 4:30 in the morning? You're not going to catch any cod. Well, no, you're right, I'm going to be fishing for flounder. Not something I do every day, but something I've been doing a lot more recently. So I'm going to get in the water. I've got my chest waders on, you can see. I'm fishing light. I've only got a 4 gram lead head. I've got a little bit radworm, which I dug yesterday locally, if you know you know, and a little bit of mackerel strip, and we'll just see what turns up. And hey, what a better place. Couldn't be in a better place really, could I, this time in the morning? I mean, let's just see what happens. Now the best thing about coming down this early is obviously the lack of dog walkers, because there's nothing worse than being asked if you've caught anything every 5 minutes. Nobody likes that, especially if you haven't. So the beauty of this is as well, I'm going to be getting in the water so that if they want to talk to us, they're going to have to come in. Now I can only cast about 30 or 40 yards with this, probably less. So we'll just see how this goes. Probably enough. I mean, I'm deep enough now to see flounder, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. I'll either catch or I won't. But the beauty is I can stay mobile, you know, and keep moving around. I'm pleased it's nice and calm anyway. You couldn't do this if it wasn't. Just search the place out and see if we can catch anything. Water's very clear. So all I'm going to do is I'll have a couple of casts in one spot and I'll just keep walking a bit further north. If there's any flounder there, I'm sure they'd show some interest. Like this, I'll just keep taking a few steps north. Found to be something out there, and if not, I'm just going to enjoy this nice sunrise. I'm going to be doing quite a few videos in the next few months. I've been getting, well, I've made myself a camper van. It took us about 6 months. So I can travel around a bit. I was at St. Abbs a few weeks ago, and that was good. So I'm hoping to do a few more sessions like that. You know, one life, live it and all that jazz. I'm just head hooking these ragworm guys and letting them trail. Any flounder that are around will pick them up. It's not rocket science. I'm only casting about 25 yards maybe. So it means I'm only out maybe about 30, 40 yards maybe altogether. But deep enough, I mean. You don't need much water to catch flounder in. Just depends whether there's any around today. We do get them off here. Yeah, I'm just going to keep walking north as I cast, cover as much ground as I can. I fished this method up in St Abbs, and in the harbour I had some plaice, some flounder and wrasse, and then I fished on the outer wall into the gullies, and I got a couple of really big wrasse on, which I didn't land. And I'm using a 10-pound bottom here. Just, you know, I mean, I'm not going to get snagged here or anything like that, but the hooks I'm using will straighten out with about 6-pound line. It just gives you a bit extra protection against snags. And I'm not one to teach people how to fish, to be honest. That's just what works for me. I'm not one of these. There's plenty of other YouTube channels. There's plenty of the YouTube channels that are more instructional, and they'll tell you and give you good pointers on what to do. Me, I just like to come out and enjoy myself. I mean, I'm just going to enjoy this sunrise. The sun's just peeking up there now. Beautiful place to be, just settles your mind. Flicking it out about 25 yards, but at the end of the day I'm about 20 yards into the water, so plenty of depth there if there's any fish. We'll see if anything turns up. have been a lot better doing this on dead low water, but that was into darkness, so was that a little touch? Some birds diving in the distance there. What a beautiful morning. Beautiful. Just take a few steps every time I have a cast. Cover as much ground as I can. The rod I'm using is a Western 2 The rod I'm using is a Western 2. The rod I'm using is a Western 2 to 10 grams, and I've got an old Shimano Aero GT, which might be a little bit big for this, but that's what I've got. Any small fish is good fun on this sort of tackle. Won't be doing this sort of fishing all the time in my videos. I'm going to change it up a bit. I'm going to go, I don't know whether, I'm going to Port Patrick in August, and then in a few weeks time I'm going to go away in my camper van either down to Easington Beach near Willemsea, or I might go to somewhere like Boghall Rocks or somewhere like that, catch a few cod, I don't know. See how I feel. Come on, fishies. I just walked a little bit further down towards the Latimers. I don't know why, just fancied it. The sky's beautiful. I don't know whether it's coming through on the camera. It'll be a lovely day by the look of it. Uh-oh. Where these bigger waves are coming from. Walk down there. Let's walk down here. Well, I'm just having a walk north now towards the Latimers. There's a little lagoon behind the steel, and I just fancy a couple of chucks in there, see if there's anything kicking around. You never know. Either way, I'm enjoying the morning. I mean, this channel is not going to be full of me pulling fish out. That is a fact. I've done all that. Now I just go out and enjoy myself. So, if you like that sort of thing, like and subscribe. I won't catch fish every week, but I never do. I do a lot of cod fishing in the winter, and that's always interesting. I get myself into some right predicaments. So I don't know how I'm going to go around about filming that, but I'll do my best. Be entertaining either way. So let's just get in here. So you get like a little lagoon behind the steel at Whitburn. So that's where I'm going to try. If I was a flounder, I think I'd be here. Let's see. Water's very clear, which is good when you're wading because you can see where you're putting your feet. But it's a very sandy beach, Seaburn, so it's not like I'm going to trip over any rocks or anything like that, which is a good thing. But what a beautiful morning. So all I'm doing is I'm just retrieving it very slowly and twitching it just to flick those worms around, create a little bit of movement, and the little 4-ounce jig head will puff little bits of sand up, hopefully to attract the fish if there is any. We'll see. Let's put some fresh worms on. Let's try a piece of mackerel on. You never know. This is just smoked mackerel I got from Morrison's when it was on cheap. Oh great, I'm gonna ravel now, haven't I? Everybody, does this happen to anybody else? Or just me? There we go. So if I don't catch anything here this morning on Seaburn Beach, I'll probably wait until the tide gets up a bit and I'll have a move into the river just with a LRF gear, use the rest of me bait up. It's no big deal, I'm off for the day, so I'm going to enjoy myself. That's what it's all about. No point in moping around in the house. I've cut the grass, I've done all my jobs. Mrs. Robinson's happy, so I'm happy. Must admit, I thought I would have picked up a fish by now. Let's get some ragworm on. Feel a lot more comfortable. Let's get some ragworm on. I feel a lot more confident when I've got a little bit of ragworm on. Tiny little worms. You wouldn't be happy if you got these from a tackle shop, but perfect for what I'm doing here. Absolutely perfect. Catching nothing on Seaburn Beach. Got a bit of weed on or something here, I think. Unless your worm's just wrapped up, making it drag a little bit more. No, it's just me. The sky's beautiful. What a lovely morning to be out. Well, this is slower than I thought it was going to be. But isn't fishing just like that sometimes? You know, you've got to take it rough with the smooth. Well, that was a nice peaceful hour. Beautiful sunrise this morning. I'm going to go home and have a coffee, and then I'm going to regroup and go to Roker Pier for an hour. So I'll see you there. Right, welcome to our second location. As I said, we're now on Roker Pier. First steps. Now, for some reason I thought this might be sheltered, but guess what? It's not. So we're just going to have to make the most of it. I'll give it a go. We'll have a try on the outside of the pier. snagged here, like. For us to feel any bites, that's the problem with this wind. Full of excuses, aren't they? There we go. And what we got? Oh look, it's our little friend Mr. Pouting. There we go. Lovely colour. Right, back you go. Straight down. At least we know there's something there anyway. See what we've got in here. Oh. These little baits are perfect for this sort of thing. Live ragworm's my favourite, but I do like using bits of lugworm. This is the stuff I've dug last year. I'll still fish alright. We'll soon see anyway. Looks like something's had a bit of a nibble, maybe. like some big boulders down there. Look, there's a little bite there. Encouraging. Getting little bites. If I throw it up against the wind, I'll probably have better contact. Ah, yeah, that's a good idea. Then I'll have better contact with my lead. Good idea, Al. Yeah, definitely a better idea. What have we got now then? Oh, I love these. Look at this, little beauty. Now I think that's a long-spined sea scorpion. What a beauty. Look at the white spots on them. Gorgeous little fish. See if you let go of the hook. Yeah, there we go. Get rid of that. Okay, let's get him back. Good, good. There's two species. Casting into the wind worked. Probably won't be able to hear anything I say anyway because of the wind. There's literally nothing I can do about it. It's a really awkward angle. Put a fresh worm on. That's what I did here this morning. I just got a packet of blacks that had, well, lugworm that had frozen down, and I just cut the end off just to make, because I knew there'd be nice little baitings like this. Didn't want full worms. I mean, if it works, doesn't it? Let's have a cast this way, see what happens if I cast this way instead. I think it'll be the same. Sorry if I'm talking to myself. Beating us. Yeah, I'm gonna have a little look in the river to see if I can find a sheltered spot, but it's not looking good. Never mind. I'll bring you back. Right, what have we got here? Oh, another little sea scorpion. Long spined sea scorpion. I love catching these things. Well, that's a wrap for today. Tried along the ratty, that one sea scorpion. The battery went flat exactly as I called it. Well, you know what I mean. But it's my first video. Hasn't been too bad. I don't think. Only caught a few fish, but I struggled against the conditions, to be fair. So, like and subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, I'm going to be out again shortly. Hopefully I'll get a video out every couple of weeks. Right, thanks for watching. Bye.